And hello everybody, welcome back to Britain Unwrapped. We have got an interesting video for you today, and you will enjoy it if you hate the BBC as much as I do. Yes, of course, it's been 2 days now since the news came out that Huw Edwards was not going to be receiving a prison sentence, which is a disgrace in itself, and it's quite good to see on, social media, see people speaking out how much of a disgrace this is, and it really does expose the two-tier justice system that we actually live in. Of course, as I said, everybody knows now British nationals have been jailed for 2 to 3 years in a prison cell. Sex offenders have been released to accommodate them into those jail cells, and a paedophile who looks and buys children or pictures of children is let off free, essentially a suspended 6-month sentence, which is absolutely nothing for a threat to society and a threat to children, which is truly shocking. But though it's not going to make up for everything, but a British gentleman has confronted a BBC journalist at the scene of where Huw Edwards was being sentenced after the choice of words that she used to protect him as a sort of colleague. As I said, they're not saying it how it is, but this clip of this British gentleman, and I commend him for doing it, is a very interesting one indeed. Have a little look.
Excuse me, are you Seema Satinya?
Sorry, we just like to go live. We're not in a position.
Did you just refer to child abuse imagery as being child porn? Did you refer to child abuse imagery as being child porn?
Excuse me, sir.
Were the victims in those images? Porn stars then? Don't touch me again!
Push over.
Don't touch me!
You're trying to push over the barrier. You're trying
No,
to push over the
I'm
barrier.
having to shout. Why did you call it child porn? Why did you call it child porn?
Are you able to intervene at all?
Flattering on me. Okay, just
Get out of the way then. Get out of the way. Why did you call it child porn in your interview? Because that's what the BBC thinks of it, isn't it? It's pornography. Sorry, can I help you?
yeah, just stop shouting at everybody, please.
Well, she's not answering. Maybe she's a bit deaf.
Shouting, is there?
Maybe she's a bit deaf.
There's no point shouting.
Okay,
You're
all right.
shouting at lots
Okay.
of people, mate, not just
Sorry?
one person. You're shouting at lots of people, not just one
I'm
person.
talking to her. She knows exactly what she did. Child pornography from the BBC. Your job here today is to mitigate the damage to the BBC and enhance your own career. You selfish idiots. You paedophile lover is what you are. Yes, you are. I was outside the BBC for 7.5 months in a tent, and then they made up lies to remove my protest before the news about Huw Edwards broke.
Good on you, mate.
We are, yeah.
You're an absolute disgrace. Are you BBC corporate security? You protect child abusers if you are. Tell me something. Why did it take BBC corporate security to inform Tim Davie less than 24 hours to tell him I was in a tent protesting outside BBC Broadcasting House? And yet it took 6 weeks for Tim Davie to be informed by BBC corporate security that there were serious allegations about Huw Edwards. Explain. The BBC does not wish to comment. Take that as you will. It looks like a sign of guilt.
Good on you. They're just hiding their phones.
I know, mate.
They're just hiding in their phones.
So yeah, as you can see, the man there, of course, that's gone viral on X actually now. It's got over 1 million views, and a lot of people actually have been watching it, and it's good for him for going up to the BBC and confronting them, because they've been doing this for many years, and it's probably, sadly, going to continue to happen for many years in the future. But it's good to see that the rating is at the lowest it's ever been, and of course people are waking up to the fact that they are an absolute disgrace of an organisation, and I think the best thing you can do is boycott the BBC, simply by not paying your TV license and completely boycotting them and not using BBC because they're a disgrace of an organisation, and they're probably hiding a few other people in and amongst there. And Huw Edwards obviously going to be selling off into the sunset. Yes, not going to be presenting the news, but of course will be on that £200,000 a year pension for the remainder of his life, and won't be getting sentenced, which is an absolute disgrace. It's good to see the Tate brothers have also called it out as well. Of course, they took to their Rumble live stream yesterday and spoke about it. Of course, I think actually Huw Edwards was a part of demonising or trying to defame Andrew Tate and saying that he was a child trafficker, a woman trafficker. So yeah, quite good to see the Tate brothers calling them out as well. In other news, guys, Starmer's own new border chief has admitted that the plans to smash smuggling gangs is not enough. Of course, Keir Starmer has been coming out multiple times and speaking about stopping it at the source. We also got a bit of news, this morning stating that due to France not wanting to take their boats back, we won't be sending boats back to France that come into the English Channel, so the boats are going to continue to come over. And we all know at this moment in time that, of course, Starmer's approach is to try and smash the gangs. That isn't going to work. Now, as stated, his own chief has admitted that the plan to smash the smuggling gangs is not enough. Martin Huw has been named in the role on Monday, is understood to have pushed for a deterrent as a part of an official strategy of curbing illegal immigration to the UK. Whether it's unclear what kind of deterrent Hewitt may want, his call follow internal National Crime Agency memos from 2023 in which officials concluded stopping the boats would be impossible without one. The NCA had added that no amount of money nor effort against human traffickers would be enough to stop crossings entirely. Despite the NCA memos, the Prime Minister has scrapped the Rwanda deterrent on his first day on the job and has said that he is absolutely convinced that this smash the gang strategy is the way forward. On Monday, Starmer claimed that cracking down on the gangs and swifter returns process would act as deterrents in and of themselves. Speaking to the media from Rome, where he was meeting migration hardliner Italian PM Giorgia Meloni, Starmer talked up how his government had deported some 3,000 foreign criminals and successful asylum seekers since the general election. But critics have said that processing an asylum claims more quickly may even encourage even more prospective migrants to travel to the UK from countries like Afghanistan, Iran or Syria, knowing that their asylum applications processed more swiftly and cannot be sent home for their own safety. Indeed, it is 2.5 months since the election. More than 10,000 people have arrived on Britain's shores on small boats. But when questioned on an apparent lack of deterrent on Monday, the Prime Minister said our deterrent operates on a number of levels. Firstly, breaking the gangs in the first place, because if you can't take the gang down, the model doesn't work. People can't make the journey and nobody is going to spend money on a journey which isn't going to come to fruition because the gangs have been taken down. Starmer has come under fire for axing the Rwanda deterrent, not least from more Border Force Chief Tony Smith, who warned that there is still a pull factor in place bringing people from countries like Afghanistan, Iran and Syria to the UK. He said, I think it's a mistake to abolish the Rwanda plan because it was designed to fix the problem we had with those difficult nationalities. Most of them would qualify for asylum anyway, but even if they don't, it's really hard to remove them from their source countries. But most scathing in his criticism was former Home Secretary James Cleverly, a long-time proponent of the Rwanda scheme. He said the need to the deterrent to stop the people smugglers is obvious. We know it is, and NCA know about it, and now we hear Labour's new border commander knows it. It's becoming increasingly clear that Labour's cancellation of our plan with no replacement won't cut it. Tough talk, but doing less isn't a plan, it's smoke and mirrors, and they're going to be found out. Again, everybody knows about that as well with regards to the boats. It's simple as that no deterrent in place is not going to work, and the Rwanda scheme would have actually worked. And the fact that he's gone out to Italy to try and get inspiration on what they're doing just shows it's not going to. It's their plan of sending them to Tunisia is working by 60%. It's been cut down by, but Starmer won't use that sort of deterrent, and he wants to smash the gangs, of course. I mean, has that guy ever smashed anything in his life? Absolutely not. But there you go, guys. That's all I've got for you today. Do let me know your thoughts on the video clip, and of course, Starmer talking about smashing gangs, getting rid of the deterrent, and his own person coming out and saying that it isn't enough. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.